going to record this one. Okay. Okay. So based on this one, I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, only 7 items that I don't have a solution. So for that, I'm just going to send the solution. I'm going to write the solution on a piece of paper and then send it to your mom so that you can study it. Okay. So let's start with. I think we can start with number 6. Okay, did that. We didn't discuss this one. For number 3, let us skip that again. So I'm still looking for a solution for that one. Okay. Now for number 6, um, I'm not sure if we can or if you are going to understand the solution for number 6 because what am I going to do here is that I'm going to use a topic for grade 10, an algebra topic for grade 10. It's not that hard to understand. Okay. Now on number 6, let me zoom that one. Number 6. Okay. So there are 396 buses in Araneta Terminal with passengers on board. Each of the buses carries the same number of passengers. That makes a total of P138H, where neither P nor H is 0. How many passengers are there in each bus? So in here, what we're going to do here is to divide P13H by 396. Now, what we're going to do here is that we're going to use algebra. How are we going to use algebra? Now, this one. First thing to do is to write the numbers. Okay, so for P13H, I'm just going to separate them. P1, 3, 8, H. Okay, so for that, there's nothing confusing about that one. For 396, we can write 396 as 300 plus 90 plus 6. And this can also be rewritten as like this. 300 is actually 3 times 100, correct? And then 90 is actually 9 times 10, while 6 is just simply 6. Now, how are we going to use algebra here? 100 is 10 squared. So 100, we know that 100 is 10 squared. So 100 is 10 squared. So meaning we can say that let x be equal to 10. In that case, this one, 3 times 100 will become 3x squared. Kasi x is 10. Okay? While 9 times 10 is actually 9x. And I'm pretty sure that you're familiar with this one. 6 is just simply 6. Before I proceed, question. Okay, so okay. Now, I think you're familiar with factoring, no? So we can factor out 3 here. So this will be 3 and then x squared plus 3x plus 2. Correct? Familiar with this one?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, x squared plus 3x plus 2, we can still factor that to 1. So this will become now 3 times x plus 2 times x minus 1. Wait lang ha. Mga karakal ng kaya. Yung difference na. Na? Sinyam sim. Okay, sorry, this is plus pala, sorry. Okay. Question before I proceed. So that I want this one to be clear enough, okay? Okay, so none so far, no? Now, what we're going to do here is to divide this one now. You can now choose. We now have two divisors. Our divisors now will be -2 and -1. Teacher, where did you get -2 and -1 from these numbers? I just changed the sign of +2 and I just changed the sign of +1. Question on these two numbers.
Um, like sir, teacher, they don't just daan ko muna.
Again.
Wait, alayin ko muna.
Mm. Sige, let's continue. Now, it's up to you. What do you want to choose? -2 or -1? It's up to you. But in this case, syempre, let us use the number, the easier number, which is -1. Now, this is how we divide using the synthetic division. The first number, this is not confusing because you are just still going to add, multiply. That's what you're going to do here. Bring down the first number, and that is letter P. So nothing confusing about that one, right? Next, the next thing to do here is to multiply this number by this number. P times -1, that is negative P. Question? Okay, so clear na? Next, add these two numbers. The numbers in this column. 1 plus -P, and that will be 1 minus P. Question? Okay, good. Now, same process. We now multiply 1 minus P by the number here. So 1 minus P times -1, that will be P minus 1. Kasi you would just simply interchange the sign of 1 and -P. So that would be P minus 1. Next, same process. Add the numbers here. 3 plus P minus 1, and that would be, just going to write it somewhere here so that di na kasi. P plus 2. Next, same process, multiply P plus 2 to -1, and that would be -P minus 2. And then, again, just like what I've said a while ago, same process. Yes, what?
I said yeah.
Okay. Sige. Next, what we're going to do here is to add these two. So 8 plus -P minus 2, and that would be -P plus -P plus 6. And then the next is same, multiply -P plus 6 to -1, so that would be P minus 6. And when you add these two, this must be equal now to 0. Teach, why 0? Because based on our situation here, the number of buses is, the number of people is a whole number. So it means that when you divide these two numbers, the one that I am encircling like right now, when you divide those two numbers, it means that the answer is a whole number. And that whole number is the number of passengers. That is why our answer here is 0. Actually, this number 0 represents the remainder. That is why it's 0, because there is no remainder. Question before I proceed.
Wait. That part, can you explain it again?
Mm-mm. Isn't it that we will add H and P minus 6? When we add
Yes
those,
po.
two, the answer will be 0. Now, why 0? Because 0 means no remainder. Why is that the situation has no remainder? Kasi when you divide, isn't it this will be a number, correct? This will be a number. This is a whole number. When you divide this number and this number, the answer cannot be a decimal number. Kasi we are talking about number of people. We cannot divide people, correct? So the answer is a whole number. That is why there will be no remainder. Question?
Okay.
Okay.
Not.
Mhm. Now, sorry, I'm eating. Based from that one, we will have h plus p minus 6. That's the last column is equal to 0. Now, this one will now become h plus p is equal to 6. Now, what are the numbers that when you add, you will get 6? This can be 1 and 5. This can be 2 and 4. This can be 3 and 3. This can be 4 and 2. And this can be 5 and 1. The last thing to now, you now have what about this? You now have series of numbers that you can substitute to p and h. So what you're just going to do here is to substitute the value of p and the number and the value of h, and then divide it by 396. So it's up to you. What do you want to start? Me, let's say that p is 2 and then h is 4. So p 1, 3, 8. So I'm going to divide it by 396. Or if you want, you don't want to do this one because this is somehow long, you can go back to our solution here. You can go back to our solution here. So what will happen now here is that you change P by 2 and you change H by 4. Let's try. Let's try that one. So if this will be 2, if P will be 2, let me erase that one. Ha? So this recorded naman, so nothing to worry. If P is 2, oops. So if P is 2, therefore, this one will be 2. Now, P, this would be again 2. So this is, I'll just overwrite here. This will be 2. And then this would be 1 minus 2. And 1 minus 2 is actually negative 1. Okay? So actually nothing to worry. Wait lang. Wait. Definitely this will be 2. Sorry. Definitely this will be true. So disregard this one. So we need to continue this. So if you divide this one, and I know naman you know to divide, so just to make this session faster, I'm just going to use my calculator. So 21384 is not the answer because when I divide it, I got a remainder. So let us change the given numbers. So you can change 2 here and 4 here. So maybe we can write this as siguro we can write this as 4 and then this would be 2. And then let's try. So you're just going to divide it again. 41382 divided by 396. Still, we will get a remainder. Another thing, let's try, um, here 1. So I'm just showing every possible answers. So let's say this is 1 and 5. So 1, 1, 385 divided by 396. It's not. Okay? It's not. So let's try 21384. 21384. So let's try this will be 2 and then so this would be 2 and then this would be 4. So 21384 divided by 396 and that's it. When actually when you divide these two numbers you will get 54. So therefore the number of passengers for number 6 is 54. Sige, try to ask a question. Sige.
I can understand it, but this is the fastest possible way.
Um, mm, you have a faster way on doing this?
Um, No naman, but this is the fastest way that you
Yeah.
can do it.
Yes, this is the fastest way.
Okay.
Okay. Hmm. Next, for number 7, again, let's skip that one first. Let's move on to number, hmm, oh, this one. Number 13. Yeah, number 13. Okay. So in here, this is actually division. If a number is divided by 9, the remainder is 7. If that number is divided by 11, there's no remainder. This is what we're going to do here. Now, if that number, that is the letter n, we don't know that number yet, correct? If that number is divided by 9, we have a remainder of 7. So it means that that number is 9 times a. A is a number plus 7. It means that for us to attain a number, we need to identify a value a multiplied by 9 and then add by 7. Before I proceed, question.
None.
Mhm. The next condition is that that number is also divisible by 11. So in that case, this will be in,
Oh, I see what you're trying to do. Like,
okay. So now, so that is actually the number. Now, what are we going to do here now? Um, Let us identify a number that is divisible by 9. Let us identify a number that is divisible by 9 that when you add by 7, it will become divisible by 11. Let's try. 9 plus 7. 9 plus 7. Is the answer divisible by 11? No. How about 18? 18 plus 7. I don't think so. It's not. 27. Let's list down all the multiples of 9. 27, 36, 54. Sorry. 45, 54, 63, 72, 81. Ganyan muna. Let's see if we will pinpoint that given number. 9 plus 7, that is 9 plus 7, that is 16. So 16 is not divisible by 11. 18 plus 7 is 25. And then this will become 34. And then this will be 43. And then this will be 52. Ay, yeah, 52. This would be 61. This would be 70. This will be 79 and this will be 88. And there you go. We have that number. Okay? So 88 ngayon. So later on we're going to use that 88. Next is to identify the LCM of 9 and 11. What is the LCM of 9 and 11? And that would be 99. So LCM of 9 and 11 is 99. Now, we now have the two numbers. We can now identify the answer for this one. For us to identify the answer, n now will be equivalent to 88 plus 99 times a number, let's say letter P. So you are the one now who will identify the value of P. Okay? So this is a trial and error. So this is the formula for us to identify the value of N. Now, let us identify the value of P. how are we going to identify the value of P? It's up to you. You can say that P is 100. 99 times 100, that is 9,900. So sobra na siya. So we need to think, siguro P is 20. Let's try. Okay. If P is 20, that is 1980. 1980. 99 times 20. I try that P is 20. I just simply assume that P is 20. If P is 20, so therefore 1990 is 1980. What will be the value of N now? 1980 plus 88. 1980 plus, oh sorry, this is 0 pala. Yan. 1980 plus 88, and that is 2068. So sumobra siya. So you're the one who will estimate the value of P. So maybe the value of P is 15. Let me try it on my calculator. I think it's too low. Maybe it's 17. It's still low. Maybe it's 19. Okay, it's 19. P is 19. If P is 19, if P is 19, therefore 1990 is actually 1990 is 99 times 19. That is 1881 plus the remaining, which is 88, this one. So N now will be equivalent to 1881 plus 88. And we will get 1969. So this is now our answer for that item. Sige. Question before I erase that one.
None.
Is it clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Mm. Next. Now, number 15. Number 15 is somehow easy. If we want to maximize something, okay, this is very common in calculus or in grade 9 math. If we want to maximize something, we make sure that the shape is a square. It means that the two numbers must be equal. Okay, the two numbers must be equal. So in this case, we are maximizing the space. So since we are maximizing the space, we just simply add these two. 10 and 6. 10 plus 6 is 16, right? So for P, that means it occupies 10 over 16 of the spaces, or that is actually equivalent to 5 over 8. This one is not, yeah, for me, this is not confusing. For letter H is occupying 6 over 16 or 3 over 8 of the spaces. 3 over 8 of the spaces. Now, we're asking for the number of kilograms. So what are we going to do now? For the number of kilograms, P is larger, correct? P is larger, so it means that P must have the smaller number of kilograms. Okay, P must have the smaller number of kilograms. So how do we do that one? So 400 now, we just simply multiply 400 by 3 over 8.
But wait,
Yes,
so there's a typo error because it said how many kilograms of P lang.
again, sorry.
It said how many kilograms of merchandise.
Yes,
Like P, only P.
for P, again, I'm sorry, I cannot hear you properly.
It said how many kilograms of merchandise P.
How many kilograms for P?
Yeah, P.
Okay, so isn't it that that's the one that we are asking here, right? How many kilograms for P?
Yeah.
Tama. Now, why did I use 3 over 8? In this problem, what we're going to do is to reverse. We are going to reverse the percentage of the volume. So it means that for the weight, this will be now the weight of P, and this will be now the weight of H. So we do the reverse thing. That is why I multiply 400 by 3/8. So multiplying 400 by 3/8 and we will get 150 kilograms. So that's it. That's how we do this item number 15. So it's quite easy. Clear the drawing.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Number 16. We discussed that one yesterday. 16. For 19, let's skip that one. Number 20. For number 20, I cannot really find an easier way on how to do this one. But, oh my God, I erased that one. Wait lang. Wait lang, wait lang. Why did I erase it? Wait lang. Okay. I accidentally erased that item. Okay. So for number 20. So this is how are we going to tackle number 20. We have a formula for the number of diagonals. My dilemma here, that's why I am hesitant to explain this one because it will focus on a bigger number. Pero this is the only way that I see on dealing with this problem. So the formula for the diagonals is this one. The formula for a diagonal of a polygon is B is diagonal, is equivalent to n times n minus 1 over, wait lang, it's n minus 3 pala. And, wait nga lang, I will derive it first. N minus 1 over 2 minus n. So that would be n squared minus n. Okay. N minus 3. N minus 3 over 2. So that's the formula for this one. Now, the diagonals is 5,252. So this would be 5,252 is equal to 5,252 is equal to n or n squared minus 3n over 2. So let us solve for the value of n. In this case, this will be now 5,252 times 2. 5,252 times 2. So that would be 10,504. 10,504 is equal to n squared minus 3n. Now, solving this in quadratic way, n squared minus 3n minus 1,504 is equal to 0. If you do factoring here, if you're going to do factoring here, what we will have now is n minus, wait lang n minus 104. So you get the factors of that one. N minus 104 times n plus 101 is equal to 0. And very obvious now, n is equal to 104 and n is equal to negative 101, which is, in this way, we can already identify that the value of n is 104. So that is the only way on how to solve that item number 20.
Okay, wait lang. Let me think about it a bit first.
Mag-CR lang ako Wait lang. Okay. Hello. Yan. Question for that one?
None.
Okay. Let's proceed Clear? Okay.
Clear.
Number 20 or 21. This one. If you encounter number 21, we have a formula here. Very easy. So the formula, if you encounter this one, two circles divides a plane into 4 regions as shown. How many regions at most can 7 circles divide the plane? So if you encounter that problem, the formula here is n squared minus n plus 2, wherein n is the number of circles. So in that case, n is 7. So 7 squared minus 7 plus 2. So we can do this mentally. 49 minus 7, that is 30. Wait, 42 pala. 49 minus 7, that is 42. 42 plus 2, and that would be 44. So there would be 44 regions. As simple as that. And I won't ask if that is clear, and I'm pretty
Wait, can
sure.
I copy this? Can I
Sure.
copy
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Let's skip 22 first. 23 muna tayo. Now, for number 23, we have this formula. Sorry. If you want to identify the number of angles formed by two rays or formed by intersecting rays, the formula is this one. N times n plus n minus 1 over 2. That's the formula. Where n is the number of intersecting rays. So in this case, this would be 2020 times 2019 divided by 2. And this one, I am sure that you know how to do this one. I won't show the solution. I'm just going to use my calculator here. So the answer now would be 2,000, big number, 2 million, 39,000, 190. So that's it. That's how we do number 23. If you're going to copy it, sige, copy it na.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay now. Okay. Now, for number 24. AB is 2/3 as long as CD. Okay. CE is 5 times as long as ED. Let us assume a number here. I don't want to use letter X. Let's assume a number. If DE is 1, therefore EC is 5, correct? Agree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, AB is 2/3 as long as CD. So it means that this will be 4. Correct. Now,
Yeah.
the area of triangle ABC, this triangle ABC. So the area of this triangle that I am tracing right now is actually 48 cm squared. Find the area of, of this triangle. Now,
Oh,
the thing here is that the area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2, correct? So in that case, in this given triangle, 4 here is actually the base. So we need to identify the height of this triangle. And knowing that one, the height of this triangle is actually the height of the trapezoid. Tama. Which is also the height of this triangle. So meaning, if we get the height of this triangle, we can already identify the area of this. So using the area of a triangle, area is equal to base times height divided by 2. And I know you are familiar with that one. Base times height divided by 2. The area of that triangle is 48. Our base is equal to 4. 4 times h divided by 2. Solving for h, we can now solve for h here. 48 times 2, this is 96. And 96 divided by 4, and that would be 24. So height now is equivalent to 24. Therefore, this is also 24, correct? So if that is 24, we can now identify the area of this. Base is 1, height is 24. Base times height divided by 2. So that is 24 times 1, and we will get 12. So the answer for number 24 is 12 cm squared. That's it. Question?
no.
Wait lang ah. Number 25. I'm just going to clear the drawings. 15 factorial. When we say factorial, because I'm going to discuss factorial later, there is a solution that it's factorial. So it's better that you know what's the meaning of factorial. When we say, example muna, simple example. When we say 3 factorial, this is 3 times 2 times 1. And
Teacher, I know what factor means.
okay, good, nice. So I won't have difficult time on discussing it later. So how do we identify the number of divisors? When we see number of divisors, isn't it that 6? How many divisors does 6 have? It has 4 divisors. 6 times 1, 3 times 2. That's it. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait lang. Wait lang ah. Hmm. Wait lang. I'm thinking of my ano. Actually, the solution that I'm presenting to you, I'm pretty sure of this one, but I'm a bit confused about this one now. Wait lang. Wait ah. What if we have 12? Wait ah. Hmm. Okay. So this is how we do the number of divisors. First, you need to express this as a prime factorization. So 15, that is, what are this? When you say 15, that is 15, uh, 3 times 5. 3 times 5. And then, for 14, that is 7 times 2. For 13, that is only 13. For 12, that is 2 times 2 times 3. For 11, that is 11 only. Next, for 10, that is 2 times 5. For 9, that is 3 times 3. For 8, that is 2 times 2 times 2. For 7, that is only 7. For 6, that is 2 times 3. And then for 5, that is only 5. For 4, that is 2 times 2. For 3, that is only 3. For 2, it's only 2. And then I won't write 1 anymore. Now, let's try to write the prime factors here. Oops. Ayun, I think you're familiar. What happened? Ayun. Um, okay. Now, how many trees are there? Wait lang ha. How many trees? How many 13s muna? There is only one 13. There's one 11. How many sevens are there? 1, 2. So 7 squared. How many, wait lang. 7 squared times, how many fives? Let me count the number of fives. 1, 2, 3. There's only 3 fives. So times 5 raised to 3 times how many threes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 threes times 2 raised to, counting this, there are 11 twos. Now, let me check muna, no? 13 times 11 times 49. 49 is 7 squared times 125, that is 5 cubed, times 3 raised to 7 times 2 raised to 11. Is this 15 factorial? Let me check. Wait lang. 13 times 11 times 49 times 125 times 3 raised to 7 times 2 raised to 11. Wait lang, para may kulang. How many trees? There are only 6. There are only 6 trees pala, sorry. There are only 6 trees, so this must be 7, okay? This must be 6. Ayan. So let me check that one again. 13 times 11 times 49 times 125 times 3 raised to 6 times 2 raised to 11. Okay. Now, we already write 15 factorial as prime factorization, right? So what we need to do here now is to focus on the exponents. Exponents only. What's the exponent of 13? That is 1. What's the exponent of 11? That is also 1. The exponent of 7 is 2. The exponent of 5 is 3. The exponent of 3 is 6. And the exponent of 2 is 11. What we need to do now is to add 1 on each exponents. 1 plus 1 here. And then here, 1 plus 1 also. And then here, this will be 2 plus 1. And then here, this would be 3 plus 1. And then here, this would be 6 plus 1. And then here, this would be 11 plus 1. So what will happen now here? This would be 2 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 7 times 12. And then you will just simply multiply these numbers. That's how we do when we are counting the number of divisors. So that is 2 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 7 times 12. And we will get 4,032. That's it.
Wait, but how do you get the 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1 thing?
Again.
How do you get the thing with the 1 plus 1, 2
We always add 1. As you can see here, where did I get? Oh, wait lang. I'll just going to change the color. This one, we always add it to the exponents. Okay, the one that I'm checking right now. Now the numbers, this one, wait lang. Okay, this one is the exponent of 13. We only have 113 here. This one is the exponent of 11. We only have 111. This is the exponent of 7. We have 2 sevens. This is the exponent of 5. We have 3 fives. This is the exponent of 3. We have 6 threes. This is the exponent of 2. We have 11 twos. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm going to clear the drawings, okay?
Oh no, what about the one below? Okay.
The one below, this one, these numbers.
How did you get them?
How did I get this one? Is that your question?
Yeah.
1 plus 1, that is 2. Another 1 plus 1, that is 2.
Oh, so
2.
from there.
Yeah. Okay. Sige, question.
Wait, let me copy.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm. Wait lang, I'll just check something. Okay. So that is 25. 26, let me, skip na muna natin yan, no? 27. Okay, this one. We're going to use factorial here. The Filipinos use the word po, P-O, when talking to elders or anyone in higher status to show respect. How many different ways can you arrange the letters of PIM solver if the letters P-O must be next to each other to form po? It means that when we arrange this, it be something like this. P-O must be always together. Okay? So we cannot separate them. We cannot interchange them. So PO is seated in one position. And then the other letters, we can actually um, interchange them. Okay? Now the question is that if we are going to scatter or to rumble or to what do you call this, to jumble the letters, how many possible arrangements are there? What we're going to do is just simply count the number of letters. So how many letters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then this one is counted as only one. Teacher, why did you count PO as only one? There are two letters. PO must come together. They must not be separated. Okay? Now, in that case, the thing that we're going to do, so since there are 8 letters, so that would be 8 factorial. And 8 factorial is actually 40,320. That's it for number 27. Question?
Okay.
28. Mm, okay. For 28, this is also a written topic, but I'm going to discuss this without using that formula. I'm going to discuss this using factorial only. If you encounter this one, look, from the 8 boys, we're going to select 3 boys only. So in that case, this will be, we will write a fraction here. So since we have 3 boys, this will be 3 factorial, or 3 times 2 times 1. For our numerator now, since we have 8 boys, we'll start from 8, followed by 7, and then 6. Question before I proceed?
None.
Mhm. Thanks. For the girls. For the girls, we have 6 girls, and then we're going to select 3 girls. In that case, that would be again from the denominator 3 times 2 times 1. And then for our numerator, we'll start with 6 kasi we have 6 girls. 5 times 4. So in this case,
So only 6 and 5 times 4.
again,
Not 6 and 4 times 4 times 3. It's only 6 and 5 times 4.
you're just going to multiply every numbers yan here. So let me continue this.
So is 6 factorial or just 6 and 5 times 4?
6 times 5 times 4 only. It's not 6 factorial, not. It's only 6 times 5 times 4. Okay. Now, for us to multiply this one, we can cancel out 6 and 3 times 2. And then we can also cancel out 6 and 3 times 2. So this is only 56 kasi 8 times 7 is 56. Yeah, times 20 kasi 5 times 4 is 20. And this one will be 56 times 20. 56 times 20, 1,120. That's it. Number 29, let's skip that one first now.
Wait, can I copy this?
Yeah.
Wait, 56 over, wait, what?
56 what?
What do you mean? Like, after you multiply, what will it be next?
56 times 20, that is 1,120.
Oh, okay. Wait, what?
What's your question here? This one?
Never mind, never mind. It's okay now, sorry.
Okay. Now, clear ah? Now, 29, let's skip this one first. The last one is 30. And this item is somehow, it has very long. This is the only way on how to do this one. Kasi I checked the internet. I'm looking for a formula. I can't find a formula for this one. So this is the only way to do this. Okay. So siguro we'll spend 5 to 10 minutes for this one. This one is long. I'm sorry for that one, no. I'm looking for a faster way on how to do this, pero I can't. Mahaba talaga siya. Kasi the questions here are just only 10 first 10 steps or first 5 steps. Pero here kasi 1 to 2 steps eh. 20 steps. So this is how we do it. So first, the solution is you list down this. So if you're going to do one step only, so you can do 20 single step and no 2 steps, correct? If you're going to create 2 steps, therefore you only have 18 single steps. If you will do 2 double steps, that means that you only have 16 single steps. Okay, so I think you got the pattern here. So this would be 14, this would be 3, 12, this would be 4, then this would be 10, this would be 5, and so on. So let me finish this one. This would 6. This would be 6. This would be 7. Yeah. This would be 4. This would be 8. This would be 2. And then this would be 9. And then this would be 0. And then there would be 10. 2 steps. Okay. Now this is how we do it. No? So I'll do it as low as possible. For this one, this is just simply equivalent to 1. The first row and the last row is equal to 1 always. Okay. Now for 18, for the second one, this is how we do it. You add these two. So 18 plus 1, that is 19. So this will be now 19 factorial over, you get the factorial of 2. 18 factorial times 1 factorial. Sir, teach, that's a big number, no? We can cancel out some numbers here. So this is just simply equivalent to 19. Question before I proceed.
Wait, okay.
Okay. Now for the next one, we add this to 16 plus 2, and that would be 18 factorial. 18 factorial over, you get the factorial of each. 16 factorial times 2 factorial. So we can cancel out something here. So yung matitira nyo dito, this will be 18 times 17 times 2 factorial. And this is equivalent to, if you're going to multiply this one, 18 times 17 divided by 2, and we will get 153. Next, for this one, this is 14 na. So same process. In this case, this will be 14 plus 3, that is 17 factorial. 17 factorial over 14 factorial times 3 factorial. So again, we can cancel some numbers there. So the remaining numbers that will be 17 times 16 times 15 over 3 factorial. 3 times 2 times 1. So if we will do this one, we will get 680. Next, for this one, 12 plus 4, that is 16 factorial. So 16 factorial over the factorial of each numbers, 12 factorial times 4 factorial. So in that case, we will now have 16 times 16, 15, and then times 14, and then times 13, divided by 4 factorial. And if you are going to do this one, so this will be equivalent to 1,820. Then next, so let me show everything so that you will have an idea. So this will be now 15 factorial divided by 10 factorial over 5 factorial. So 15 factorial, if we're going to simplify this, this will be 15. Ay, wait lang, wait lang. Okay, sorry. So let me continue that one. So that would be 15, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11 over 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And if you're going to multiply this one, and we will get 3,003. Next, same process here. So this would be 8 plus 6, that would be 14 factorial over 8 factorial times 6 factorial. So we can cancel out the number here. So this would be 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9 divided by 6 factorial. So in this case, if you solve this one, this is also 3,003. Next, for this one, so we only have 3 items. So this is 13 factorial over 6 factorial times 7 factorial. Okay, so this will be now, what is this, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8 over 6 factorial. So if we solve this one, we will get 1,716. Second to the last na tayo. So for 4 and 8, that would be 4 plus 8, that is 12. So 12 factorial over 4 factorial times 8 factorial. So in this case, we will now have 12, 10, 11, 10, 9 over 4 factorial. So we are multiplying those, 12 times 11 times 10 times 9 over 4 factorial. So if we solve this one, we will get 495. And the last one will be the second to the last row. So 2 and 9. So that would be 11 factorial over 2 factorial times 9 factorial. So in this case, this is simply 11 times 10 over 2 factorial. So if we solve this one, we will get 55. So we now have a complete set of numbers. So what we will do now is just simply add these numbers that I'm going to encircle. 1, 19, 153, 680. So we will just simply add those numbers. So if you add these numbers that I encircled, the answer now will be 10,946. So that's the answer now for number 30. So I think it's it's a 30 it's a last question worthy. So since this is the last question, so the one who's taking the exam must exert more effort for that last question. So that's it. So we completed the mock test. There are only items. So what am I going to do with those items? That I'm just going to write the solutions for those sets so that you can study it on your own. And then siguro later or tomorrow morning, I'm going to send a mock test to your mom so that you can also practice for that one. Okay? Questions?
Okay.
Okay, so okay. Let's meet tomorrow. I think that will be the last one, no, for tomorrow. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
See you
Sige.
later.
Bye.